and the Cane just poured them in, 5-2. It was a tight hockey game. The score not indicative of the hockey game, but the Canes just took over down the stretch and just pushed the wheels off of the Hatters. Face-off will be down deep to the left of the netminder. And there at the face-off dot, that one's back. Gutierrez sends it back down around. Viglino sends it on, and that's a save, and there's another save, point blank on Viglino. Back behind the net is Neidig. Puck comes off him, though, and Viglino puts it back to Poole. Poole lays that over, and that shot's blocked back. And there's a look for Nabozny. Don't think that made it through. Gutierrez goes after it. Forechecking Perham. Kaminsky read the play right, just couldn't get a stick on it. Then asked for the icing, didn't get it. Viglino dangling there, now dropping it for Browning. Browning now back to Viglino at the point. He fans, and he gets dumped, and a 2-on-1 developing in Emerson, and back check by Lochnan. A big play on the back check of Lochnan there. Snapped out to Neidig. Hatters have to touch up. They get on sides. Kaminsky gets dumped on, but he keeps his feet. Then Perham and Kaminsky give a little business to Lochnan. This is onto the tape of Pitak. Now, oh, shot by Hunter into the belly of Kalina. We are starting now with Black. Tick, 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 taking his time behind the net, just hitting the 1 minute mark in the men advantage. Viglino lays it cross ice. And that's a rocket off of the netminder Friedman. This is laid over. Viglino lays it back to Parisi, and that's a glove save, Friedman. 12:59 to go. Pretty good crowd on both sides here today. There's always more bodies and seats in the fourth game because now the Hurricane elite team who played earlier today is all in their tracksuits filling the stands. And the backhand bat, and then it was batted out of the air. They're going to say played with a high stick, I think. Nice move with the backhand to get a shot off, and then the rebound fluttered. Actually, they're not going to say it was played with a high stick. They're going to blow the whistle because the net was off again. 30 seconds to go. Oh, and the redirection, the tip in. I think it's going to be a Lochnan goal. I'm not sure. And it is the Lochnan tip in, the redirection. Just ramped it right up into the corner. And that's a lot of unanswered goals once we go back into the game last night. Hatters scored first 2. And since then, or since the first period of yesterday, it's been all Canes, and it has them up. Go. Oh, and the redirection, the tip in. I think it's going to be a Lochnan goal. I'm not sure. So the Lochnan power play goal, and it is from Waterson and Viglino, has the Hurricane up 1-0. But regardless, the call stands and the icing, and the Hatters tilted down in their own ends. That gets swept into the corner. That's a bump. And a shot on Poole keeps it in. Behind the net is Viglino. Hatters get a chance to break out. They do. That's tipped off the stick of Miller. He and Gutierrez go after it. Fredericks takes a whap. Viglino goes around the outside, looking for the wraparound, swept away, and then eaten by Friedman. In between the first and the second, I'll find out if it's Friedman or Friedman. They don't tell me nothing. And the Hatters are going to get a penalty. Looks like Attilis is going to head to the box. So a chance to double the lead for the visiting Kane. They scored on the power play on the first one, 1-for-1. Lockton at the dot with Parisi and Viglino on the points. It's Waterson and Nabozny. At the face-off for the Hatters, Miller, Speedy Miller. They like to try to spring the Miller short-handed. They're ever dangerous, and that's what they're looking for. They get it out, and Miller's off right away. Quick shift for the young Miller. With speed, here comes Waterson. He stops, nose, sets up the power play. Little sharp tic-tac. Parisi back. That's Waterson down low, setting up Lockton and just knocking it out. Bellamy. Back goes that Parisi. Parisi behind his own net. And now Parisi heads up the ice. Just missing. And that's intercepted by Kaminsky. Dangerous. Kaminsky. Nice play by Kaminsky. Get a scoring chance. Don't overdo it. You don't have to cut. Thrown there. Here's Roy. Roy, that's tipped forward. Sims behind Sims. And that's flipped up. Play with a high stick. The chance for the Hatters, but they give it up. And now Sims, is just in his feet. Otherwise, he could have been off the races. Sims is going to get a change. It's going to be an icing. Somehow it seems like to me the Hatters still changed somebody. I don't know. Face off down deep. Now they're still talking about who should be on and who shouldn't be on. They have no idea. Nobody was really looking. Usually the stripes skate over furiously and someone watches the bench. The Hatters, I feel like, got a couple changes in there. Browning puts it down low. Spinning, Lockman. And right in front, and almost, but the shoulder there, Friedman, he's whacking at it. 2-minute mark. That one into the chest of Friedman. .155 left in the first period. Final game of the weekend between the two organizations. And a bump from behind by Emerson. That's swept out for Viglino. I got a child flying back to Tampa today. He had to evacuate. Safe trip to her. Love you, baby. So face off outside the Canes territory. Emerson and Nabosny. Viglino wins that back to Browning. Forecheck there by Perham. Geddes snaps it up. Lockton cross ice just a little bit behind Browning. He has to circle back. Then he hits Lockton up to Viglino. Off the stick of Lockton. Dangling for a second. There's Emerson. 1:20 left in the period. That's flipped down to the corner. Change. Hatters need one already. If you don't get your line changed right in the second period, it could really cost you. Here's Poole. That's rink wide. And that shot bounces off a body, hits the glass. Fluttered out. Poole. Hatters still can't change. Now Miller will get a change. No ice. Frederick. They're lucky that Viglino dropped his stick. That bounces over a few sticks, and that'll be an icing. So second period, you got that long change you have to make. And if you don't take the opportunity to change when it presents itself, and that goes wide, you get stuck on the ice for too long. Oh, and that sits in front of the net and squirts out. I'll tell you the story of the New Zealand boys in a second. Here's Miller. And that's onto the tape. He's bumped off by Gutierrez. Bellamy still has the puck. Now Lockton wrestles with him. And that's just thrown blindly in front of the net where Nabosny is there. Now Miller chips it forward. Bellamy's shot hit shin pads. Puck comes out. Vinsel, chased by Viglino, past the stick of Lockton. He gives a bump to Miller before Miller heads to the bench. That gets dumped down to the corner, picked up there. That gets slid across. And that's sent around, left by Friedman. He plays it off to Sapelkind. Not what he wanted, but did the trick. Got their change. And picked off there. Lockton just waiting for that, almost like it was passed to him. And he had Viglino just sitting wide open. He tried to force it to him. Viglino still gets it. And down on a knee is Nabosny. Not sure if it hit a bottom. Then he kind of bailed out. Looked to the sky and the puck came to him again. Here's Perham cutting to the middle right in front of his own net. Vinsel, Hatters can't get out. Viglino first there, and he's going to get a wraparound. Nope. He does rip one near side. Big look there. Hatters need to get some legs on and figure this thing out. Kalina. Sorry, I do the best I can. 6 minutes. Miller behind the net. He bangs it off the boards to Sapelkind, just out of the zone. Now it's snapped to Miller. Mill chips it to his brother. He gets pinched off the puck, and picking it up is Viglino. You think I owe it to these guys learning which Miller is which? And now it looks like Bellamy is in the middle of it. I did not see it, but that's Nabosny is down. Hope wasn't a knee to knee. I did not see it.
Picked
Bellamy
up by
known to
Struble.
throw his weight around,
Struble.
that's for sure. To Kaminsky. Kaminsky just can't keep the puck. Throws the body into Viglino. Hesitant. And then Viglino fires one off of Friedman. Swept down. Picked up by Struble. Got to be careful here. 45 seconds left. Don't get stuck on the ice. That's swept down. And there's a couple changes I was talking about to finish out the 40 seconds. Cycled down by Hackler. Out Sapelkind. Muffins one down. Glove. Raleigh off the boards. Sorry. It was Lochner. Losing a handle, then just chipping, and now it hits the referee, not out. That's dangerous. 13 seconds. Too hot to handle. Browning, and he takes a bump. Nabozny, wrist shot hits shin pads, dumping down on the ice was right. Lochner lays it back to Browning. Now Browning to Nabozny. They cycle it down low. Now Viglino. Still too early to say those magic 2 words. I won't say it yet. That's sent by Hunter. That goes around, played by Kalina. Chipped off the boards. This goes back around the net, Viglino. And that gets out past Poole. Poole will give chase 14-19. Off the boards, kept in, bouncing puck, dropped off. Kind of misreading each other. Heading the other way is Viglino. Lochner battles behind the net. Oh, and a look for Poole and a save by Friedman. Lochner throws that one on. That's picked up. Strong effort there by Nabozny, taking the big hit for the team and keeping the puck was cutting as he's hobbled to the bench. Still do the job and send the puck 200 feet. 1:15 to go in the man advantage for the Canes, all knotted at 2. Snap to Radasta. Too hot for him, but winning the foot race was Nabozny. Now just thrown towards the net, trying to catch the netminder out. And that gets shot off the boards and goes the length of the ice. 55 seconds in the man advantage. .45 on the man advantage, gets tipped down. Viglino goes in after it. He battles with Tillis. Out comes Viglino. He finds his man in Waterson. Waterson snaps it low into the feet. Played back to Waterson. Waterson's got Parisi. Parisi lays it off to Viglino. Viglino spins, and that's chipped out. And here's Perham. Perham one-on-one, 18 seconds left. Just throws kind of a muffin towards the net. Bellamy was cutting. Five seconds, early taps by the netminder, and that gets sent down. One last clear, that'll do it. The Hatters kill off the power play, and we're still tied at 2. 11-minute mark. Bellamy end-to-end action here. Not a lot of whistles in the last 10 minutes or so. We play on, chip and chase. Lockton. Now Neidig gonna get a chance to get the Hatters up and out. They get into the zone, dump it. Changes for the Hatters. Next wave comes. Hard off the boards to Viglino. Viglino slides it to a cutting Lockton, and his shot hits bodies. Someone ate a puck. Took one for the team to the roar of the Hatter faithful. Hughes towards the net. Hook. Sappelkind, no call. Back to the point, and a look for Fredericks. He lays it down. A Hatter is dumped on the far side. That shot hits bodies. That was Hughes that was down hard on the ice. Glove down, Sappelkind, and he throws one up. Oh, it poked away, still in, and finally Viglino gets it out. Sappelkind. Hatters buzzing right now, and here just missing Mills, and now an icing. Assassin. Friedman just eats that puck. Talk about a couple opportunities here for the Canes. Multiple power plays late in the third period. And the Hatters here, another big challenge. Kaminsky taking the face off. And here's a chance with speed. Hackler's got the edge. Hackler's hook. Save Kalina off the post. A save by Kalina, then off the post. Hackler looks like he drew the... Actually, it looks like the Hatters are going to get another penalty. And the Hatters don't understand. 3. And it's going to be a slash. Fighting it off there is Struble. That's to the point to Viglino. 1:19 left in the game. And a save there by Friedman. And that's down low and through boots, and throwing the leg out is Friedman. Now it's sweep, and another spectacular save by Friedman. Just trying to give his team a chance. 1 minute left. Hatters are still down 5-on-4, but at least you have a chance of maybe getting a guy. There's a couple handshakes exchanged. So 4, 3, 2, 1. End of the on the power play. Good for them. And the Canes come out. No more handshakes. League rule, from what I understand. I don't know. Everybody's got their opinions. I think after 2 games, you shake on the end of the second game. But what do I know? Sure, they have their reasons. There's a couple handshakes exchanged. Little prayer session by the Hatters, and that'll do it. So the Kane Premier come in. As I unwrap my final cough drop for the ride home, the Canes come in and take 2 games. Yesterday it was 2-2, and the wheels fell off for the Hatters. Today, the Canes take one late in the waning minutes on a power play, 5-on-3, and they leave a good bus ride home. Hopefully everything's safe and sound where they're heading back to. Some pictures. Thank you for joining me, USPHL Hockey. I will see you here in a couple weeks. Have a great Sunday.